I have just finished setting up for a full band client recording session. The band doesn't have a name, they're pretty young, but it's a friend that I've known from some extracurricular stuff for 1 or 2 years now. His name is Hayes. But yeah, we are doing a full-on tracking session, everybody at once. 100 million mics in there right now. And yeah, sounding pretty good so far. I don't know what NASA feels like, but I imagine it would be this. So let's sound check, and then we'll take like a 5-minute break and then jump in. Let's start with drums. So my name is Josiah Clark. I am from Asheboro, North Carolina, and I'm studying music industry studies with concentration in recording and production. So I guess my medium would be a soundboard.
Do you do any sort of other art?
Yeah, I like to do a lot of like photo and video stuff to like kind of supplement my audio projects. And yeah, I just kind of stumbled upon the degree program at App State for recording and production because I didn't have any other idea other than that. I was just like, well, the only thing I'm sure about is that I really like music, and I don't think I'm good enough to be a professional musician. Everyone says I'm gonna be broke. They were right. But so like it just made sense. It was like, this is what I'm gonna major in, this is what I'm gonna do. Yeah, so the DIY music scene is pretty vibrant and ambitious around here. There's a lot of people who are really talented and really genuinely driven to create stuff and create shows and create records. And so like the scene kind of branches off of that like energized population of like young students or non-students or whatever that are artists.
So I think the beautiful thing about Boone DIY is that it's such a tight-knit community. Everybody sort of keeps each other in check, and we're all just there for the same purpose, to sort of just share music and to create and enjoy what others create with each other. Before I really even knew Josiah personally, I'd always just kind of seen him around shows. Like, I think it was Halloween maybe, I went to 3 shows and Josiah was at all of them taking pictures at every show. And that's kind of how I've first like became aware of him. He was just always out and about taking pictures or videos for different bands. Yeah, just working super hard. Always there, always doing it with a smile on his face. I think it was Basilica's music video shooting that he did. And you've got all these guys like up there just like moshing and raving and going crazy. And this loud music, and then Josiah's got like this big like contraption with his camera on it, just like jumping in and out of it and like swinging upside down from the rafters, and it's great.
For me, it's been super affirming of my choice to try to be a professional artist, because I get to go to these shows and watch these people like unloading massive amounts of like talent and hard work and like passion in a 5-minute song, and you just feel it and you can't ignore it. Like you're there and you're like, that's something. There is something. I don't know exactly what it is. I can't touch it, but it's something.
Between the 3 of us. So we'll get some reaction shots, like we'll just linger on people's face, have that. We'll cut to your talking head, And then when you're walking down the hallway, be like, and tracking this. Sound good? Okay. My name is Grace King. I'm from Dunn, North Carolina, which is near Raleigh. And I'm a communication, electronic media broadcasting major, and I write for television. I've been writing since I was 4. Before I could write, I would tell my mom what to write down, then she'd dictate for me. And then I would illustrate, and we'd put these notes in scrapbooks, and that's how I would write books. And then in 8th grade, I realized book writing would be cool, but I want to act. And then I thought, if I could act and write, that'd be the dream. And so then I really started diving into script writing and learning more about that, and I ended up at Appalachian State, where I've been able to do that, so it's been a lot of fun. Before I learned how to write the right way, it was a lot of me telling the reader what was happening, which is not good. But now I've since learned that you gotta show the reader, and you do that through body language, tension, in films, lighting, music, special effects. James, if you can move a little this way. Marker, scene 7, take 2. And action. I have a thing called synesthesia, where I feel colors. And so to me, walking around Boone, seeing all the different personalities and what they're wearing and how that's an expression of who they are, and then seeing that so boldly is inspiring. And then not only that, but there's a lot of different colors I feel in response to all these people that I just come across, or driving through the mountains and I see like the sunset and I'm like, oh wow, I feel purple and orange, and I don't know how to communicate those feelings in any other way but through art.
There's a certain magical mystery about this area. It has this kind of mystical wonder and this kind of, I'm trying to think of the good words for it, but it has a very magical vibe to it, but it's also kind of terrifying in a way. And that's what I find just so exciting. I was always so enticed by the forest as a kid because it was this place where magical things happen, but also it's the wild and anything can happen. Anything can come out of that. And I think that has a really big, that kind of tone, I think, is very present in my work, and I think will continue to be present in my work, is the idea of beauty being something that is also very dangerous and very frightening at times. And I don't see that leaving at all. That's very ingrained in me now from this place, and I love that. My name is Adrian Maldonado. I'm originally from Hudson Valley, New York, and now I'm here in Boone studying studio art with a concentration in metalsmithing and jewelry design. I came here on a whim just because I really just fell in love with the area. But I guess I came from an area where it's just very urban, and all the big things that stand up in the sky are all man-made. But here, you feel very small, and it's not man-made. Everything is just the earth, striking out of the ground, and it's very humbling. So a lot of my work is very narrative-based, and I like to try to create an immersive space for the audience and kind of take them out of the reality that they're in. And I think that this place definitely helps with that, and I kind of, the mindset that I'm in when I'm here and when I'm just kind of peering off a mountain and looking into the vast unknown, it's something that I try to replicate in my work and try to have that separation from the outside world and stuff like that. And then over here, I call this my meth lab. It's the meth lab because it's a little creepy in here. I love it, but some people are very turned off by it. Some pieces that are going to be in the nearest show. Just kind of hanging around, waiting to get all dolled up for the show.
There's so many of those moments where I was just like, I can't do anything else but this. This is the most real. This is the most like the closest I've been to like raw joy while having other people nearby, like whether like it's in an audience or like a fellow musician or peer. it's the closest I've been to like to just purity, I guess.